welcome back to Elle the Law Student. I'm hoping that you can't hear Cade playing heavy metal music upstairs, but maybe you can, so we'll see. This week what I thought I would do is basically I'm going to show you one meal each day of the week. I'm doing this because a lot of people seem to quite enjoy the recipes that I upload on Instagram, and also I get a lot of questions both when I'm doing outreach work and via my YouTube channel asking me about how I find cooking as a student, how I afford to cook as a student, and how I stay healthy as a student. So I thought I would film one meal a day each day this week. Today I'm going to film lunch. And today I have made tandoori cauliflower, which is going to be really yummy, I hope. I've never tried it before. I've used tandoori paste on corn and vegetables and things, but never cauliflower. So hopefully it will be nice and tasty. A little bit of background into how we shop. Obviously at the moment we're in lockdown. Cade and I are living together, so we go shopping once a week. Sometimes we then have to go to the co-op and the corner shop just for a few little bits throughout the week if we've run out of milk and that kind of thing. But other than that, what we do is we start our shopping by going to Aldi. That's where we get the majority of our food. We buy a lot of fresh vegetables. That's the base of most of our meals. And then whatever we can't find in Aldi, we get from Tesco. We also shop for some elderly people, so we get some of their things from there as well. And sometimes other people want things from Sainsbury's, so we end up going there, but we don't really shop at Sainsbury's for ourselves, just because we find that we can get those ingredients cheaper elsewhere. So what we do at the beginning of each week, I say the beginning of each week, we normally do this on a Wednesday. We kind of shop every Wednesday or Thursday, and so that day we will go through cookbooks, we'll go through online recipes. So BBC Good Food is a big one. We've just bought this cookbook, the Leon Fast Vegetarian cookbook, and I also have a little cookbook here that is super duper good. This is the vegan student cookbook, and so we go through these, we sticky tab them, as you can see, with all of the meals that we would really like to try, and then we make a list of all of the ingredients that we will need for those items. Sometimes we'll substitute things in, so for example if it says we need some really specific herb and we'll probably only use it for that meal, then we probably won't buy that, we'll use something else. It's all about just having the confidence to experiment, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but mostly it does work. Then we create a shopping list from that, and then we go to the supermarket. We don't meal plan in the sense that we're okay, on Monday we're having this meal, but we create a list of 7 meals and then we'll eat them generally in the order of what needs to be eaten first. So for example, if we've got something that has loads and loads of veg in it that will be past its date by the next week, then we'll eat that towards the beginning of the week. But also I'm a big believer in making things in bulk and freezing it. Whenever I'm realising that I've got spinach and mushrooms and that kind of thing that need to be used up, I'll just make a big curry and freeze it all, and then we can have it whenever we can't be bothered to cook. As I said, today I'm going to be making this tandoori cauliflower. I already prepared this morning. So I already got my cauliflower and I made the paste. The paste is super duper easy to make. It's basically just some tandoori paste and some natural yogurt and a few different things to flavour it. And then mixed it all together, and it's just been marinating now for a few hours. When I was little, I used to absolutely love having tandoori anything because it was pink, and my parents would always be oh, we're having pink chicken for tea, because my parents eat meat, and so I ate meat until I was about 13 years old, and they would always say we're having pink chicken for tea. And then they would always get the colourful rice. I don't actually know the name of it, I'm really sorry, the white rice with the colourful strands in it, and we would always have that, and it just makes me so happy now when I smell tandoori paste, because I just love it. It reminds me of pink chicken when I was little. So the cauliflower has just been marinating for a few hours, and now I'm just going to pop it into the oven. I've also just chopped up some pepper and some onion, and then I'll just fry it with some spray. I've got my food waste here, and we have a little food waste bin just over here. We picked our food waste bin up at Pound Stretcher, but you can get them from most places. That one was super cheap. Me and my friends do have one at uni. We always have a food waste bin, and then once that's full, it gets taken to the edible garden, which is like Worcester College's allotment type place. So one of us then takes it over there. So yeah, it's just a really great way to be mindful of your food waste and not to throw everything in the bin. What do you think?
Yeah, it's alright.
How many stars out of 5?
I'll go for 3.
3. Okay, we can deal with that. Okay, so overall, I don't think Cage was a massive fan.
I'm not really a massive fan of tandoori sauce. It's a bit spicy. No, I'm not really a massive fan of tandoori sauce. It was a little bit spicy for me. And I don't really like cauliflower. And also cooked veg.
So it was the perfect meal for Cade. I really enjoyed it. I really like cooked veg and cauliflower and tandoori. In fact, I think if I was to do it again, I would probably add a little bit more tandoori paste just to make it a little bit spicier. It doesn't look like an embryo.
Look, film it and let the people at home decide.
It doesn't look like an embryo.
It's like an embryo.
I really liked it. I will definitely make this again, probably when I'm back at uni. Yeah, I think that if you aren't opposed to cauliflower, cooked veg and tandoori, you will like this. And it was super duper quick and easy to make. I can definitely see myself making this first thing in the morning, which is what I did today. I just made it like just after I had my breakfast. Hey everyone, it's now Monday evening. I need to figure out what we're having for tea. I have been working pretty hard all day. Today was my first day as a research assistant at UCL. I had so much fun. I really love the project I'm working on. It's all stuff that I just find so interesting. And then I did an Instagram live with A-levels with Chloe, who you should definitely go and follow because her content is insane. And I don't know how as an A-level student she's doing all of this. But I'm so out of breath because on that Instagram live I was just talking non-stop. It's such a bad habit, but I think I just get kind of nervous when I'm answering questions and that sort of thing. And I just get really enthusiastic. I think, to be fair, it's more like enthusiasm than nerves, because I was nervous but it's more enthusiasm. And I just end up babbling on and on and on, and my throat is now just dead. I've no idea what we're gonna have for tea because I was gonna make some vegetable fried rice with tofu and a load of vegetables, but I've not got any soy sauce and I need that to go in it, and it's already 8 p.m, so I don't really fancy driving to the supermarket. So yeah, we'll see. We've decided on butternut squash risotto. You having fun there?
Yeah. Got my ice cream scoop. Scooping out a butternut squash. Oh, his guts out. Here come his guts. Bro, guts.
Risotto is something that I always think looks quite impressive and sounds quite fancy, but it's not.
Up to me nuts and guts.
It's not, and it's really cheap to make, so would recommend.
Damn, boy, he's thick. That's a thick ass boy.
Try to put the phone in there.
Yes. Yes, she's here. Yes. Oh, I understand it is. He wants to speak to you.
Proper panda eye. I really like it. It's good. It's really tasty. And it was really easy to make as well. Apart from scooping out the butternut squash, I found that quite difficult.
If anyone has any scooping out butternut squash tips and tricks, let us know.
Exactly.
in the comments below.
If you're a bit of a butternut squash connoisseur, give us those hints, because that was a bit of a challenge. Right, what you giving it? What are you giving it? Out of 5?
Can I do halves?
Yeah,
Can I do decimals?
if you like.
I've done probably a 4.3.
Ooh, he's a hard one to please.
4.3.
Hard one to please. Okay, so it's lunchtime on Tuesday now, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat up the leftovers from last night's risotto. This is something that I, at uni especially, just do constantly because I don't want to produce any food waste and I also want to save money. So anything that's left over gets frozen if I'm not going to have it the next day, or I just pop it in the fridge and have it the next day. I would really recommend like getting different Tupperware containers for when you go to university. You can get them for not much money at all and you will get your use out of them. Also, before you kind of get onto reheating stuff, just make sure that you like fully understand food hygiene and just make sure that you're not gonna do anything that could potentially put yourself at risk. I'm pretty sure the NHS has a really good guide on like what you can and can't reheat and that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely have a look at those kind of things just to make sure that everything you're doing is very safe. I'm also just grilling some corn on the cob because that was about to go out of date and I really like corn on the cob. So yeah, I've not got time to do it today because I'm on my lunch break, but it is worth mentioning you can make risotto like balls with leftover risotto and they are super duper tasty. So I'll find a recipe and leave it linked down below because I've done that before, especially with like red pepper risotto, which is one of my favourite things to make. That tastes really nice. So we just got back from playing tennis, which is why my makeup looks like this, and we're going to cook some tofu and vegetable fried rice. We're just waiting for the rice to cook now, but we've done all of our vegetables, we've chopped them all up. We've got some mint and coriander here, cherry tomatoes, baby corn, this is pak choy, I've just separated the leaves and the stems. And then Kate has done some garlic, some red onions, some carrots and some yellow pepper. At uni, Olivia and I normally have a list of meals that have just got loads and loads of vegetables in, and it means that whenever we've had a day where we've just really not been eating healthily, maybe we were at a cafe at lunchtime and just had a toasty or something, we always have one of those in an evening to just kind of make us feel as though we've got the vitamins our bodies need. So things like pasta sauce that's been made with just like loads of blitzed vegetables, and things like this are great for just when you get to the end of the day and feel a bit like ugh. Okay, score out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.
Oh,
4 out of 5.
What could make it better?
If I had some chicken to put in, it just needed a little bit more oomph.
Okay, but with chicken, would it be a 5?
With nice chicken, yeah.
With nice chicken.
Really nicely cooked chicken, maybe seasoned in some sweet chilli.
I'm going to give this a 5, I'm a big fan. So we were going to go shopping today, but we just ran out of time, and so tonight we're having some salmon and we're having some potatoes, and then we've run out of veg, so we're going to have some frozen peas with it because, as I said, we've run out of time to go shopping, so that's all the veg we've got. I just end up buying some salmon fillets from Aldi most weeks, and then if we have a barbecue, we put them on there, or we just kind of pan fry them with some fry light spray, and yeah, I just quite often get some salad potatoes, chop them up, steam them for about 20 minutes, and then add a tiny bit of butter and some fresh mint, swirl it all together, and it tastes super duper nice, and it's just basically a really easy tea to have when you've not got much time, and it also just, if you've not got many ingredients, it's also pretty good. So all I'm going to do with this salmon is just pop a tiny bit of olive oil on it, and then a tiny bit of pepper on it, and then I'll just probably fry it for 2 minutes either side, skin side down first. And yeah, salmon sounds like something that students can't afford, but Aldi actually sells some really great fish, and it's not that expensive, so I would really recommend that. I've just got back from walking the dogs, and I'm just going to have some poached eggs on toast. Have some like variation of eggs on toast for lunch most days. I normally have like avocado with some eggs, or like sometimes I'll have some asparagus if I'm having poached eggs, but I still need to go shopping so I don't have any like greens and stuff in. So yeah, today we're just having this, and then we'll make sure that we get our vitamins in later in the day. So we've had quite a long day, and so we're just going to make something really quick and easy, which is meatballs. Cade tends to eat vegetarian meatballs and that kind of thing. My favourite meatballs have always been the corn ones, but I haven't seen those for about a year now, so I don't think they make them. Today I'm going to try these Tesco's Plant Chef ones. I've never had them before, but we'll see how they go. So I'm going to show you how I make the sauce for the meatballs, because it's super easy, but more importantly it's really cheap. With vegetarian meatballs like these, if you put them in the sauce to cook, then they just kind of disintegrate. It's not very good. I know that from experience. So just cook those according to how it says on the packet, and then you can add them to the sauce later. If you can get hold of like the corn ones, or if you're using actual meatballs, you should just be able to cook them in the sauce. All you need is just a tin of chopped tomatoes, an onion, some garlic. I'm going to include a pepper, but you don't have to. You can include whatever veg you like, or just don't include any extra veg, and some black pepper. And then this is just 200 ml of vegetable stock, which I just made using these stock cubes. Then obviously you want your meatballs, nice big pan to put everything in, and then we're going to have some spaghetti with it. I personally prefer wholemeal spaghetti, but because of coronavirus we've just been taking whatever we can get. And then it really is just super easy, because you just chop everything up and stick it in the pan and let it bubble away for about 20 to 30 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, because sometimes if it's on too high of a heat, then all of the moisture will evaporate, and then you kind of just end up burning it all. So you do need to kind of keep half an eye on it, but other than that you can just leave it and get on with doing other things. This video has maybe given you some ideas as to healthy but cheap meals that you can cook. I just love cooking in terms of in an evening when I'm at university. It's just the most relaxing end to the day, and so it's like kind of like my sacred time, and that's the time I get to unwind and spend with my friends. But equally I don't have that much time, and I don't have that much money to spend on expensive ingredients and these kind of things. So hopefully these ideas have given you a little bit of confidence. Trust me, I'm no master cook, and all of these I can do very easily. So yeah, I hope that was useful for you.